Table 2 action continues. The in-form Luke Gilbert, winner of the previous Pro Series back in February, up against what looked a very competent Phil Harrison. I'm joined by the overly enthusiastic Tom Cousins. You're pretty good at this nowadays, though, aren't you?
Oh yeah, fantastic now, Dave. Yeah, natural, yeah.
Can
No, this should be a great game though. Obviously Luke's in form. I was on the table next to him this morning, earlier, and he did look like he was struggling a little bit, but got over the line.
Yeah, I had a little look in the foyer just on a little 10-minute break, and he's 2-1 against Phil Harrison, which is a pretty big price. I mean, you can see why, what Phil's won. Luke's still a relative junior compared to Phil, and both from the similar area, which is not too far from you, is it not?
No,
No, it's quite a way away from you, of course it is.
Well, I think it's just over an hour, yeah. I'm not sure if these two practice with each other or not, but yeah, Phil's going to be favourite against pretty much anybody he plays, isn't he? So, but and like you say, 2-1 is a good price on Luke.
Did Phil's previous match, and he was pretty clinical, I've got to be honest. Came through relatively comfortably.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? He's come back into a bit of form. No, I don't mind Phil. Phil's a lovely guy, so it's nice to see him playing well.
Happy with your Thursday's work? 7-5 against Lewis Roberts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lewis never the easiest, and I did briefly look over, and he was queuing pretty well from what I saw.
Yeah.
High standard match.
Yeah, I don't actually think Lewis made a mistake. He just had, I think, 3 dry breaks maybe. I made more mistakes than him, but yeah, managed to score. I think I was 5-3 down, and then I broke dish twice, and he's broke dry twice, and that was it. But even, I think it was from...
You don't like doing it, do you? Honestly.
What's that?
Performances like that.
I think the 4 frames before that were all breaking dishes as well, so yeah, very good standard.
And then again against Callum as well, so he safely through to the last 16.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, did Eddie Barker just win there? I think if he
Eddie Barker did just beat Sean Sharkey, yes, 7 frames to 5. 3 fresh games on the match table at the moment. Sean Story against Dom. So Luke's partner in crime, just kicking off on the main. Obviously this one, and John McAllister versus Hitton over on table 3.
Standard start for a match for Phil. Nice break and finish. Perfect control every shot.
Now, obviously, Tom, every ultimate pool event you enter, you're pretty much going in as favourite. And I'm not going to ask you if it makes any difference, because I know it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've both handed beatings to each other, but I remember Luke telling me Phil was his bogey player at one point, just could never ever beat him.
I know what he feels like there. I had it for years. Like I said before, if I was in the same half for the draw as Phil, I thought, what's the point? But
Really?
yeah, and that was the case for a lot of times. Don't get me wrong, I'd have the odd win, but yeah, it's sort of out of my head now anyway with Phil. So that's the main thing. It's just in your head, I think.
Yeah. At your level, the game is pretty much 100% mental, because there's nothing to separate you on the table. Yeah, you can argue breaks, patterns, you know, but there's not a lot. I was very pleased for Luke. Wasn't here at the last event, but he did drop me a couple of messages, and I was over the moon to see him win his first Pro Series. When he qualified up from the Challenges, I was put on camera, just like I put you on the spot then, and I was asked the question, and I said, I will be very surprised if we don't see Luke pick up something.
Yeah.
And the difference was his demeanour around the table.
Yeah.
He looked very comfortable out in the arena in front of the cameras, and for someone who was only very young and a challenger, it was, quite nice to see.
How old is Luke?
Well, he's just gone into the men's team, hasn't he, for nationals? So does that put him 24? Is that right? It's under 23s, isn't it?
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't know if he'd just be in the men's team because he was good enough anyway.
Right, he was because he was European champion, wasn't he, for
Yeah.
the under-23s, and I think that puts him at 24. Younger than either of us two,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, you didn't want to see that miss. That's the thing against Phil. You just feel under pressure all the time, thinking you have to take every chance you get, and just took his eye off the pot there.
I think this red does pass to the centre. Doesn't want to.
The yellow.
Oh, so the yellow. So yeah, just doesn't. Well, he does want to clear the pocket. You'd feel. Yeah, I think he just wanted to flick the red on the way through there.
Yeah, possibly. But I don't really think he needed that pocket for any yellow anyway, really. But maybe just trying to get it out of the way for a bit of insurance. But he's just canning the yellow half ball and wanted a fuller contact. Not sure if this yellow passes the red down the rail. No.
Yeah, and there you can see we just saw the end of the camera shot. It was did he?
Oh wow.
Didn't play it in time. I
No.
can only assume.
Yeah, time foul. What a let off that is for Luke.
Yeah, straight away able to get rid of his problem ball, and
Yeah, wow.
it is worth mentioning. Obviously, Phil is deaf out there. Have to compensate for that. The referee will let him know when the time's running down. And obviously, screens all around the table, but I presume it was time there because I didn't see anything wrong with the shot.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing it was time, but I can't Phil here a little bit.
I haven't seen either of your games thus far, Tom. And what sort of percentage of power are you playing with the break with this weekend? Because from what I've seen, an awful lot of players are sort of down to sort of 50-60% at most.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably I don't know, about percentage, maybe 70-80%. And I've actually brought the white ball back a bit further from the line. Normally I have it dead on the line, but I seem to be controlling the white a little bit better by having the white ball closer to my cue. Well, to my body sort of thing, I guess. I haven't gone anywhere near the side pocket, so that was something I sort of changed at the British Open a few weeks ago, and it worked for me there. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on trying that, and I've been breaking quite well, to be honest.
No change there then.
Well, no. I've had the odd drive, but no, can't complain.
I did see at the British Open after you just won the semi-final. And I spoke about it before actually on commentary about your cue. It's a little bit too small. I mean, it doesn't bother you, but you're right on the end of the cue, aren't you? Every time. You didn't even realise, did you, when I said it to you?
Yeah, I know. It feels comfy to me.
Certainly doesn't affect your game too much.
Yeah, maybe I should maybe like my break cue is a little bit longer, but yeah, maybe it's something I should maybe look into. But I've always had that sort of length of cue.
Well, it's a standard size cue, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you are 6'2", 6'3",
6'1", maybe
6'1".
maybe 6'2".
I wouldn't change anything personally. I was toying with the idea of telling you in the first place, to be honest. But as per usual, drop yourself in it. You did go on to win the British Open, though.
I did get. Well, yeah, it wasn't my best performances, but I just seemed to play my best ball when I really needed it. I mean, Scott played well to go 8-5 up, and I missed a couple I shouldn't have. But yeah, I think I've cleared every time I come to the table from 8-5, so happy with that.
Excellent shot by Luke.
Yeah, lovely shot.
Nothing to do on his last red because of the position he made on it. He's going to go ahead.
I do really like the way Luke plays the game. He just gets on with it. He doesn't walk around the table. And
Wow. That certainly was not 50%.
it's full power. Lost the white a little bit, but you'll take that. If this red goes in the middle, should be a good chance for 3-1. Which it does.
That was a serious amount of power. It's going to reach. No problem.
Yeah, nice shot.
Can't see any problems here for him, but just got to navigate his route around the ones around the breaking area. The triangle area, just the one bit next to the two yellows, just go in the right centre. So he's had immaculate cue ball control up to now.
Yeah, there's a few different ways you can go. He just wants to get rid of the red that he just pointed at in the middle of the table. We'll just see where he's at from there. Maybe reroute, but yeah, so I'll probably leave the one over the hole till last now. Just roll this through for the red in the side pocket. Probably wouldn't have been the route he'd have thought of from the start to leave that one over the hole till last, but it shouldn't be a problem.
I think with Luke's cue action, there's quite a big pause, but he doesn't pull back too far. There's not a lot to go wrong. It's so steady, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, lovely cue action, to be fair to him.
And you pull back a lot further.
I do, yeah. I have my hand quite far back a lot. And sometimes I watch my match and I think, why have I got my hand that far back? But
I already dug you out for the size of your cue, but I did pick up on that. It's weird because I'm sure everybody at home has done the same. They've watched you play an awful lot on a screen, but when I watched you play live, they're the two things I picked up on. Number one, your hand was right over the back of the cue.
Yeah, it's just that second thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Missed the chance and Phil let him back in.
Wow, Phil adopting a lot more power. A touch of fortune there. Cue ball looked destined for the pocket. Into the think tank for the farmer.
If you can see the yellow, you may drop it in the middle. And just pop the heavy yellow over the bottom right as we look. Leave an angle on the bottom left and disturb the red, but this isn't an easy pot, that's for sure.
Yeah, it seems to be the route, but he's come straight back across. I'm with you. I bottom right, bottom left, play the cannon on the red above the yellow.
Yeah, I think maybe he's just played at that sort of pace to get more feel of the shot rather than just dropping it in dead weight. And he can still get an angle this route anyway, so he just needed to make sure he's on yellows.
Good clean pot that was.
Yeah,
off the cushion.
He's going to have to come off the bottom rail here to play cannon on the red.
Doesn't even look like he's looked at that shot as yet. Opting for this one and
maybe
a better angle.
Yeah, maybe able to find the bottom rail here. Yeah, it's perfect.
Tons of right hand side. So you can't see this going wrong. And it hasn't. Well, I say that. Does the yellow goes top left, so he's going to have a shot on it after he's potted the one to the bottom left. But Probably would have wanted something a little bit easier. He's just having a look see if he goes to the centre and how much room he's got to land on it. But surely that wouldn't hold good position for the 8, Tom.
If he can just leave the white where the red is, Phil will be more than happy with that. Yeah, he could probably screw off this the red and get straighter on the black anyway. Perfect angle.
You always feel with Phil, it's a good sort of rule to play pool by. Is I want to move that cue ball as little as possible, all the time. Wrong side of the 8, but still pretty comfortable to get back within 1.
Yeah, it's just gone a little bit fast. So he's going to have to probably stun this. Which it's not going to be a problem for Phil, but looks like a bit of a natural enough. But yeah, good shot.
This match has got the early signs of going all the way for me. Only 15 minutes in, 3-2 to Luke Gilbert. Well, he's not taken off much that from his last time. Wow. Luke just going all out with the break this Thursday evening. Just look at this once again.
Yeah, great break there from Luke.
I mean, I know I'm sort of like preaching to the choir a bit here, but it is very impressive to be able to play a break so hard with such control, because it's a difficult and sort of underrated shot by most. Yeah, when you try and play it 100%, how difficult is it?
Yeah, and that's a lot of it. I think is because where you break from, well, especially I find is that if I break from the same spot a lot, there'll be a divot in the cloth. So then I have to keep moving it because you don't realise how much the white actually bounces before it hits the pack. So yeah, you have to be careful. If you give it full beans, a lot of the time you will go off the table, especially if you don't hit it dead on.
Have you ever been measured on a gun?
I did.
There's an app at the moment going around. Have you seen that? People timing each other, or speeding each other, I should say.
Yeah, Sean Story brought one to the Clash of the Titans. Yeah, I was faster than him anyway. I don't know what's good or not, but
what speed was it? I can tell you.
It's about 27 miles an hour. I think
it's fast, but yeah. I wonder what the record is. I'm sure somebody will tell you or me. Luke decided just to tie Phil up early on and wait for his second opportunity, and it's looking like it's going to pay off.
Yeah, great chances for Luke. Let's get rid of these 2 yellows on this side of the table. He's going to have to leave the yellow closest to the side rail to last, probably. If he drops this in and play the plant, because he can't get low enough on the plant to then get on the yellow on the side rail. So interesting to see which way he goes. Maybe he could pop this yellow and then pop the one over the hole. Might be an option.
Yeah, I think that's going to be his plan.
Just drop this in and then stun up past the black for the yellow.
Unsurprisingly, you're quite good at navigating routes. I'll just stay quiet.
No, that's a good spot from Luke there to pick that pack, because a lot of people may have just rolled the yellow in and played the plant and then think, oh, I've got to play a decent shot now to get up. Oh, it's Luke.
Missed the yellow, you knew straight away. It's certainly not end of frame though here.
I bet you 10 it is.
Well, yeah. Phil doesn't need the bottom right hand pocket, does he?
No.
I think you're absolutely right.
You can just drop this red in the middle and leave an angle on the one closest to the black spot and stun over.
Yeah, I've had a think. I've decided not to give you any more money. First real mistake from Luke, that.
Yeah.
And he knew straight away.
Yeah, this is what I mean with when you play Phil. He'll look back on this and think, oh, ball I missed at 3-2 up has cost me the match. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's far from out of this match, but you just feel you have to take every chance against him.
Absolutely perfect on this one.
Yeah, there's half a table to play in here. This should be fine. It's a little bit short.
He's just saw him kick his leg out. That's the reason why. And he has to take this one. That's furthest right. Or does he? Unless he fancies a thin cut, which I doubt it. If he's got a lot of angle, he's okay, because he can just use the top cushion. But neither of the bottom pockets are available, so
Yeah.
got to get right on it. Is he playing with top round the table off 3? Oh, look at this.
Yeah, that's
This
a good
looks
shot.
pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he may have wanted to take this one first, so he's got the whole table to play in. But yeah, no, that was a good shot. I haven't seen any head shaking from Phil yet, which is a surprise.
Just looks very focused to me,
Yeah.
Tom, as he keeps your £10 in your pocket and levels things up after 6. 20 minutes played. You look when you're out there as if you don't even give it a second thought. By the time you've missed and sat down, that's it, it's done with. I'm sure it's not the case, though.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I cover it up well. It does wind me up, but like I say, you just got to think positive and get on with the next one.
He went close last time and he was rescued by a yellow. This time he's found the corner pocket, so Luke Gilbert with the ideal chance to get a reprieve on his mistake in the previous frame. And he's just coming round to have a look if that red passes the yellow and how much room he's got to land on it. And I think the answer is enough.
Yeah, this isn't easy.
Oh, he's going to go yellows.
He's going yellows.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because the red and the yellow that are tied up together, maybe he could pop that off the red at the top, leave it long, maybe big bag. I think he's going to play a little cannon on the red now. Oh no! Oh, he can hold it for the. Didn't know if it went. He's got to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to leave the yellow and the black on the bottom rail to his last 2, ideally. Bend this slightly. So I think he's going to, he's going to pop the one over the hole and leave the big bag, like I mentioned.
Yeah, and he's okay because he can sort of play a shot here where he's playing on both balls, can he?
Yeah, I think he'd have liked to have been a little bit straighter on this so he could get the yellow on the bottom rail. Because if he plays the one in the middle next, he's going to have to be perfect on the yellow to hold for the black. So, he's missed it.
Yeah, he has. It wasn't a given, but just hitting the cushion a little bit early there. On the way up.
I'm sure Phil can see the red over the hole, or he's going to have to chop this red back in the middle. I think you can see the one over the hole, yeah.
Well, can he? Yes, I think he can.
Looks like he's playing the red off the red.
No.
Oh, no, you can see it.
No head shaking, no. Just concentration from Phil.
That was one thing that used to proper wind me up when I play Phil. He looked like he's run out of position, and he'd obviously give it the head shake, and I'm thinking, yes. He'd just get down and pull it straight. I thought, oh. But he seems to do it a lot, and I did used to struggle with that.
One thing I've noticed with Phil is when he's got a chance in play, everything's just in the heart of the pocket. He doesn't bother using jaws. Now I've said that, the next one's going in off the jaw, obviously, but you just know that a player's playing very well when they're going in the heart. Is that something you ever notice when you're up against him?
Yeah, he's a very good potter. Even though like potting might not be his strongest part of this game, it's just his all round. But yeah, he's very, very tough player to play against. I think he's going to leave the red on the side rail to be straight on the black. I mean, might not be my first choice, but I'm not going to argue with Phil. Because he just has to be perfect here. He has to be dead straight on this next red, to then be dead straight, or just off dead straight on the red on the rail. But I'm sure he will be dead straight, so it will be fine.
Oh, you touch upon a point. You go about finishes in a different manner. You're always looking for sort of two options if you can. If you go a little bit too far, you're on this one. If you finish short, you're on that one. If you're perfect, you're on this one perfect. That's what you're getting at. Whereas Phil likes to sort of go about his finishes in a certain way.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, it works for him. His white ball will be a bit tighter and better than mine, so he can do that. I just like to give myself a few more options, but yeah.
He's absolutely fine, as you said. Slightly off straight, but
yeah,
he's going to be,
that's what I'm saying.
He's going to be fine.
If that white went to never roll, he's all of a sudden gone too far. But yeah, this will be fine.
Mistakes so far in this match have been Luke Gilbert 2, Phil Harrison 1. Has that been the difference in the scoreline? 4-3 to Phil. I can't see why he wouldn't. Oh my. Well, that is very, very fortunate indeed to keep the cue ball on the table. Just look at the height of this cue ball.
That's what I'm saying. If he had that white in the same spot again, it's probably made a little bit of a divot, which is why the white ball's jumped, but he won't be complaining with that.
You'd have to have been in the outfield to catch that.
Yellow centre of the table might be it's not really a problem ball really, I suppose. But he might go reds actually. It's only the black, yeah. Probably reds are the easier red.
If he's going, well, he's gone reds, obviously. This one to the right centre, which you think would be a good ball to get on the 8, but isn't because of the yellow next to it.
Yeah, he'd probably just get rid of it now, yeah.
So which one's his last ball? I mean, you could use any of the ones to the bottom left, I suppose.
Yeah, he'll probably leave 2 of them till last and just sort of play an area, and then decide on his second from last one maybe which one, because the black goes in the middle, or he can, if he's got a little bit too much angle, he'll just swing it round 2 rails and have a black in the bottom left.
Been very enjoyable so far, this game.
Yeah, just get rid of the one in the middle now.
It's looking ever increasingly likely, though, we're not going to be able to separate them as we enter the last 20 minutes. Like he said, just imperative he leaves a nice angle on the last red. Just a little soft screw out, and he's left plenty of angle.
Yeah, I think he might go around the back of the black and leave it into the same pocket, rather than just come too short. Oh, he's alright. He's got a bit too much side on that. he's fine.
Phil will feel like he's playing excellent, I'm sure, but he can't shake this young man off. Every frame magnifying as we have brought this match down to a best of 5.
Yeah, not quite the big explosion you might expect, but Phil will be happy with this. If he can just pop the red and get past the yellow and just try and get somewhere near the centre of the table, this is a very good chance.
Just pot this sort of as thin as you can.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, as long as even if he does clip the yellow, as long as it's thin enough, the white should come out. Maybe just play it at slightly more pace. Yeah, like so. Yeah, he clipped the yellow, but he's come out fine. Sure if the red just below the one he's about to play in the centre goes past the other red into the bottom left. Otherwise he might have to try and...
Well, he doesn't like playing cannons, but he has got an option here, just nudging onto the yellow, but you know, below the red.
Yeah, or just get somewhere near it, yeah.
Opts instead to come down the table. Yeah, I think that was a... Do you think that was a mistake? He did put his hand in his head.
But that means nothing.
I know. Yeah, but was he playing for the cannon? Just got too much into the cue ball? Has he just put too much pace into the shot? It shouldn't matter.
No.
It's okay here.
I think the red probably goes past the red in the middle, but I think if he was playing in the cannon, he wouldn't have played it at that pace. So I'm going to let him off there.
Where was he trying to go?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
well, if you don't know, we've got no hope.
I just don't think he wanted the cannon the yellow at that pace, because it could have pushed it towards the other red. But I think you can just screw onto the yellow here and take your pick. Yeah, nice shot.
And he can take these in any order, as long as he leaves the black till last.
Yeah, lovely visit from Phil once again.
Is anybody going to blink towards the end of this match? I just honestly think this has got 6-all written all over it.
Do you reckon?
I really do, yeah.
Still 19 minutes left.
The only, yeah, it's not going to finish 6-all. I mean, we're going to a decider time.
Oh, right, sorry.
Honestly.
Sorry. Well, I swap, I rotate them.
Well, you take them back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
take them back and
Nick it from one and take it to another one?
Yeah.
That's nice to know. You're digging yourself out of a little hole there. Your mum might be listening.
Well, I think she is actually, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She'll be happy to know.
Yeah.
You're a towel thief. Mind you, you've probably taken a couple of hairs, I should imagine.
Oh, yeah, I have over the years. Luke took a bit of power off that one. Maybe he was a bit nervous about sending the white off the table, but
it's almost the worst result because, yeah, obviously it's dry, but next time he comes to the table, if he comes back to break, you probably see him put too much in.
Yeah. Phil's looking at yellows. I did think reds myself, but
this does just pass.
yeah,
Excellent. This is a real chance to create daylight for the first time for Phil Harrison. Can he pot this into the top right and get back past the red? How straight is he?
Yeah, I think he may cannon it, but I think if he can just catch it thin enough and just wants to be straight on the one on the bulk line or just off straight on his next shot.
Yeah, get past the breaking line with the cue ball there.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, and he's perfect. Just drop this in. Yellow into the centre. Yellow down the rail and take your pick.
All the other matches are still going on that started at the same time. Sean Storey 4-all against Dom Cooney, and John McAllister 5-3 up and hitting. All last 32 encounters, looking to join Tom in the last 16. I doubt he knows who he's got. I'll tell him it's Eddie Barker at
Yeah.
1:30 tomorrow.
We spoke about this at the start, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did know I had Eddie.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Still 3 more matches coming your way this evening, due to get underway at 10:15.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Evening up the mistakes, 2-all now. A very unexpected miss by Phil Harrison.
Yeah, he missed it by a fair way.
Now,
Just
just the 8 ball, but if he leaves the one closest to it, should be okay.
Yeah, obviously he can't have too much angle if he goes that way because black. Oh, that's wobbled in, mind. Yeah, I think red in the middle, red top right, red top left, top right, and then he can get just off straight for the red in the middle to then come down the table slightly because he just wants to be just off straight on the red next to the black for the black in the left centre. And yeah, he hasn't got to do anything on the white ball really. Just wants to be just off. Well, even dead straight on this. Maybe screw it back to the side rail. Just doesn't want too much angle here. Yeah, and he's perfect. Just screw on and off the side rail. We'll be just off dead straight on this next red. Bit more angle than he'd like maybe, but he's fine.
Yeah, I think don't have to do anything, just drop it in nice and slow.
He's absolutely perfect. Yeah, lovely finish. I mean, yeah, it wasn't the hardest finish maybe, but he took them all in the right order and done everything correct, so
Given the stage of the match, nothing's extremely easy out there, especially against the man he's playing. Can he give himself the first opportunity to get to 6? The cue ball's tracking. I don't think it was going to go in, but that is where the good news ends. First opportunity
yeah.
to the young man.
Does the red go past the yellow to top left? If it does, I think it'll go reds. I think he'll go reds either way because I think he's got more chance of cannoning that than off the yellow maybe. So
Centre pocket, first one holding off the red, and you can only assume it does pass from that shot.
yeah, I mean, even if it doesn't, he's played that perfectly because he's got a perfect chance to knock it out now. But I think it does pass.
I mean, I don't think this will come into question with Luke, but you've just not got to get ahead of yourself here, haven't
Yeah.
you? You've not got to be thinking, I'm going to be breaking at 6-5 up,
Yeah.
because we're all only human, aren't we? You know?
Yeah. The amount of times Phil's dished the last 2 against people to win the match is unbelievable. So, yeah, he just, I mean, like I said before, he looks pretty cool. So, he's been in these situations. He's not going to chuck a twitch in or anything. I'm pretty sure of that. You don't win tours and whatever, and then feel the pressure about going 6-5 up.
Just us mere mortals. Well, a little bit short. He's still okay. But he plays the one to top right. He's got to spin this cue ball a little bit. Get back down the table. May even be tempted to take the one next to the 8 ball here, Tom. No?
I would play the one that he's about to play now and
This
stun off the side rail and try and get somewhere near the red with the white where the red is now.
Keeping your options open again.
Yeah.
Well,
so now he hasn't actually got to do anything with the white ball. He's just got a pot. I know it's easier said than done, but you know, it's just 3 pots now. And
if he bowls this in, will he be tight on the side cushion though?
he just stun it in, can't he?
Yeah. I'm so glad you're here, Tom.
I'm not sure if he's straight enough to hold it in for the black in the opposite pocket, or maybe does the black go? Oh yeah, he's perfect.
That was excellent bit of cueing.
That's what, even that shot, he's cued that perfect. That's a great shot under pressure. Yep.
Wow. Well, if he took anything off that, then I'd be amazed. A fantastic break, the best one of the match for Luke.
Yeah.
And he's been rewarded with a decent opportunity. 8 ball against the right hand side cushion. Not the easiest, but on either colour set, he should be getting towards the 8.
Yeah.
You would hope.
And I think he's going to go yellows, which he is, which he may want to leave an angle on the yellow to maybe play a cannon on it, but he probably won't. I think, yeah, no, I was thinking the yellow under the black, just to can it, but yeah, there's no point. He can put these 3 at the bottom of the table and just leave the one next to the black for his last ball, play it down the rail.
Yeah, I much prefer that. Much prefer it.
It's just, in my head, I'm always trying to knock that sort of black off, because I know these pockets play a bit more generous down the rail than your average club table maybe, but
well, there's a little bit of an error there. He's now going to have to play left centre, right centre, left centre, because I think he's bang straight on this one. You can see how disgruntled he is. Look at that. Shows the passion, doesn't it? It really does. He's very, very upset because he's now got a shot to play.
Yeah.
A decision to make once he drops this in.
I mean, he should have a decent shot on the black, just anywhere where he is now. But this is where I think Luke might be all right, because I don't think he has a twitch in him really, to be honest with you. And if he was, these are definitely the sort of shots that could happen. But I think he'll play this confidently and stroke it in. Not too hard, give the pocket every chance.
Push the cue through straight.
Yeah.
And you're in the last 16. It's pulling away,
Oh,
but it has dropped. Tom, prediction. Very good.
Very good performance from Luke there.
An awesome match. Couple of mistakes from either player, but it's Luke Gilbert that goes through and joins Tom in the last 16. Commiserations to Phil Harrison. He looks like he's in very good form. You wouldn't bet against him in Pro Series number 4. He will be back this weekend.